Good evening, Sayyidina, and welcome
Good evening.
to DC.
Thanks, Anthony.
You've had a long day. How are you feeling now?
Excellent.
Great. Great. Sayyidina, so I have a few questions for you about the March for Life this year.
Yeah.
So my first question is, you're a bishop, you have a lot to do. Why are you here today? You know,
I've been doing it for years, and this is a cause that I've always believed in, even as a seminarian your age. I just feel that a love for the mother and for the child is possible, especially a vulnerable mother who might not know what to do. And so I love the pro-life movement because it gives a mother some hope that she can make a hard decision, and we'll support her and help her through it, and that she will have the reward of seeing the child in her own arms when that child is born.
Great. Thank you, Sayyid. Thank you. Okay, so my second question is about the spirituality. We have liturgies, we have confessions, we have adorations, we have prayer vigils going all around the city.
Yes.
We have faithful flooding from everywhere in the States.
Yes.
So why are they doing it? If we are marching to change, something that's political or...
Anthony, we have to first change our own hearts. Just like Jesus was at the cross being taunted and humiliated, there's a lot of people who don't agree with this approach. They think, what do you people want? Let a person choose. Let them. No, we want to say that there's such thing as an objective truth. There's an objective morality, but it doesn't have to. We don't have to beat people over the head with it. We can just propose this as true, and so that's why I think we've got to do the interior work. We must be pure if we're going to stand outside of abortion clinics, or talk to someone who very much disagrees with us on this issue. And we must be prepared to, like Martin Luther King trained the Negro American as someone who is a righteous, nonviolent, strong advocate for the position of equal dignity for black and white. And this is another social movement in which we have to be interiorly prepared to not to battle anybody or go to war with anybody, but just to state this beautiful perspective on life in the womb, life for a mom, life for a child, and affirm it.
So a quick follow-up question to that. So while attending the opening Mass tonight, I couldn't help but notice and meditate on the point. So most of the priests and the bishops were wearing white garments, and they had this image of the slain lamb up on the dome. And I couldn't but remember the passage from Revelation speaking about the throne and how this prince, this king that we are awaiting, the one that's seated on the throne is a slain lamb.
Yes, thank you for noticing that. Thank you for noticing that. But that's the whole Eucharistic Christ, and that's the body of Christ. We are like lambs to be slain. Someone asked me, how am I doing? Recently I said, I am being poured out for you and for the many. That's how I feel. And that's Christ. He was poured out on the cross for us and for many. And I really believe that a beautiful Mass like tonight was, it's like a foretaste of the final communion with the Lamb, who is Christ. And just as there are people who vehemently disagree with us and violently and forcefully disagree with us, we still propose this truth for the world, and we walk confidently, even if we are to be lambs led to the slaughter. But we do it with joy. And tomorrow you'll see not just a liturgical procession, but a 200,000 or 300,000 or 400,000 person procession. And you'll see the youth and the happy people, and even people in tears, people who have had an abortion, they're sorry that they did. And they try to convince other people not to go down the same road. So it's not just about changing the laws of society, but but reaching hearts.
Great. So my last question to you, I know you must be tired by now. I don't want to keep you for long. So many people who won't be able to attend this march, maybe not now, maybe not in the future, but this is not a one-day event. So this is a lifelong commitment to life.
Yes.
To giving the people the option of having the fullness of life,
yes.
which we get by Jesus Christ. So
yes.
how do I live out the values we are defending today? How do we live them out in our daily lives?
You know, I don't know if people know this, but there are 3,000 pregnancy centers in America. Mm-hmm. Those 3,000 pregnancy centers are there for women in their time of need. And mostly it's Catholic Christians who are staffing them, volunteering at them, providing all kinds of things for them. So everybody can do something, reach out to a pregnancy center, reach out to a hotline, reach out to an abortion center in which people pray in front of it so that people might be convinced that they don't want to make that same mistake. And so with all the rallies, with all the movements, that's all very good. But still, we need to get the word out there to congressmen, senators, administration people, as well as to our neighbors and friends, and especially those women who are in a very difficult and vulnerable situation, to let them know that there's someone there to back them and to be with them.
Thank you, Sayyidna.
You're welcome.
I want to thank you for everything you're doing for this event, for all the events that are taking place everywhere in the eparchy. You have a huge territory to take care of.
And that's why I've got good people like you and others who are seminarians who will help in the vineyard of the Lord to do these beautiful things.
Thank you, Sayyidna. Any last words you want to say?
I'll just say a word to everyone out there who's watching. Life is such a valuable, beautiful gift. I know so many people who either they were conceived by rape, or they were attempted to be aborted, or they were a pregnancy of a teenage mom. Their lives are so rich and so beautiful that there is never really a very good reason, never a very good reason for an abortion. And there are many options. And shame on us Christians if we're not there for each person who has a great need. And I pledge, if there's anybody out there who's in this very difficult situation, I'm ready. And all of my beautiful team of seminarians are ready for you to help this world be a little safer, more beautiful, more friendly place for you and for your child.